mascot on stage, actually. Give me a microphone, I just start talking, or give me people in front. My name's Star, actually, is my nickname. That's how the Star Bar came around, and it's actually because I'm a dancer. I was like one of those like pom-pom people, and so one day someone saw me dance, and they're like, oh my God, you should be on like Dancing with the Stars, or like, you know, whatever. So that's how my nickname came about. And when I started doing these fundraiser parties and things like that, they're like, you just can't be the Smart Bar. That's not a really fun name. So all of a sudden, they're like, you need to come up with a name. You need to come up with a name. And I had 5 minutes before they were going to press with an advertising piece. And I'm like, okay, just call it the Amazing Star Bar, you know? And that's how it came out, okay? So like these things just kind of happen. It's like all an evolution. Can you guys hear me over there? No? Okay. So anyway, but they call me Star, but my name's really Lisa Persico. I'm from Chicago, and now I'm going to make a smoothie. Amazing. Okay, so what I find is people actually, they take all of the superfoods or whatever, and they throw it in, and it's called the what? Anyone know what it's called? The garbage smoothie, right? And they just like throw it all in without like any type of rhyme or reason. And I do think there is a rhyme or reason to actually get more of a texture and a flavor, and so that's kind of, I'm going to walk you through this today. Because when you just start throwing it in, you never really get the texture, you never really get the creaminess, you can, I mean, it's a crapshoot, but there is more like going on when you're making the smoothie. Because it's kind of, once you get into this, it's more kind of like an alchemical thing. Anyone ever feel that like a mad scientist in your house? Who feels like that? Okay, cool. I'm glad someone's with me. And those that didn't raise your hand, I know you're thinking it. Okay, so the best bet is to create a concentrate of all the stuff that you're making. A little bit of liquid. What liquid can you use? Water we're using here because actually I had tons of coconut water, and that stuff's hard to store, let me tell you. So we're actually going to do a coconut trick in a couple minutes, but we're going to start with water. What else can you use? Herbal tea. I know it's over 118 degrees. Is anyone freaked out about that? Herbs actually need to be like heated and extracted to a certain point. And if you do your tea, if you boil or whatever, and it's like warm to touch or whatever, it's fine to fold your superfoods into. A lot of people, so in the wintertime, replaces the best latte, hot frappuccino, the whole 9 yards. You can create any drink knowing that you can use tea, okay? Okay, what else are we putting in here? I like to start with my fats, salts. Did we bring salt? Did we bring salt? I thought I brought salt. Yeah. That's all right. Yeah? No. Why don't you go grab salt and flax oil? Do we want flax oil? Flax oil? Okay. Okay, salt, fats, and sugars first. In the blender, in whatever liquid you choose. Your liquid could be coconut water, your liquid could be tea, your liquid could be regular water, your liquid could be nut milk, seed milk, something along those lines, obviously not processed. We know that, we're at a Raw Food Fest. What sweetener do you guys want? Here's our options. Honey, agave, stevia. Okay, we're gonna go with the odds. Okay, I heard agave the most. You're nodding your head, I'm going with you. Okay, agave. Here's the thing, you can choose your own, wherever you're at. At the bar, we've got both options. We've got really raw honey, and we've got light agave. We have this new clear agave, which is like agave sap. It's amazing. It's the newest thing on the market. It's really great. It's the clear agave, and we're serving it in some of the smoothies. We also have all the flavored stevias, which this is a complete trick. If you're not on this program, it's really fun. I mean, you can take any smoothie, because I was making smoothies for so many people that they were like, blah. I mean, I could just sit here with this agave nectar and go like this, and it didn't matter. Still, it was like not sweet enough, not sweet enough, not sweet enough. It was so amazing that I could not nail the sweetness for like the average person. You guys ever found that? You get this look like, ew, you drink that. So you know what does the trick? When you mix agave and stevia, or stevia and honey. So you don't have to use either or a lot. You know what I mean? You can use just some of both. So what I like to do, dark agave goes really well with cacao. We're just going to pour a lot in. I usually count to 10. Because we're making the whole picture. I'm also going to put in, ooh, these are the wrong ones. I'm also going to put in regular and vanilla cream stevia. The vanilla cream is a great enhancement. It sits in grapeseed extract. It's like 99.9% natural. We don't know what that 0.1% is. There's actually people have called the company, so if you're interested, you can pursue that too. They have a bunch of raw foodists calling them and like asking what that like natural flavorings is. But it does the job. So I'm going to do like 8 to 10 drops of the vanilla stevia. About 8 to 10 drops. I'm not even counting. Does anyone notice that? Of regular stevia, and then mix with your agave. So you don't have to actually, now this is going to be pretty sweet, but it's good to get it as sweet as possible and then take it down from there, especially when you're working with other people, because you just don't really know where people are at. So it's better to like over sweeten because you can always take that out. Okay, so salts, fats, and sugars. What else are we putting in here? A little bit of Celtic sea salt. Who uses Celtic sea salt? Who uses Himalayan or Himalayan? Who uses both? You alternate? Good to get a crowd scenario. All right, we're putting flax. Any of the fats help. Really kind of about 2 tablespoons. About 2 tablespoons. Am I putting a rancid product into our smoothie right now?
I think it's a great product.
Okay, good. He's all for it. The brand expert over there. All right, next superfood. Who uses mesquite meal? No one in the room uses mesquite meal? Okay, we've got 3, 4 people. All right, this stuff puts your smoothie over the edge. What, you're surprised? You love it? Okay. It's kind of weird when things come in bags like this. You're like, what is going on with all that, you know? This is a Native American Indian pod. And what it is very high in calcium, very high in, it's about 20% protein, and it's high in different immunity-enhancing amino acids like lysine. So it's really great, and it smells like this caramel, malty, butterscotchy thing. Everyone gets a different vibe from it, but it goes so great with cacao. People, when I make this smoothie in just more the basic, this is obviously intense because we're intense here at Raw Food Festival, but when I make it really serious deal, they think it tastes like a fudgesicle. Because it's got that like caramely, malty type of thing. It's pretty amazing. So because it's high in calcium, and cacao's high in what? Magnesium, right? We got the cal-mag balance. So we put 7 teaspoons in here, so we're going to put about 2 of mesquite because it can be kind of overpowering, maybe about 2.5. If you really love it, you want to add more. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say teaspoons? And I've got a tablespoon. It's tablespoons. It's always tablespoons. We'll pass this around so people can smell it.
Who makes it?
That's Sun Food Nutrition. I don't know if they have any over there. Sun Food, David's Food. But if you really want some, and by the end of the festival, if you can't get your hands on any, I think I might have some. You can sneak it in your bag on the way back. Okay, last superfood smoothie we're putting in there, then we might have a couple more tricks. Maca, obviously. Okay? Who uses maca? That's not everybody. I expected more hands to go with maca. I love maca. I think maca is a great enhancement to any smoothie, even green smoothies. Maca you can add in anything, but it goes great with cacao. Maca is really high in protein. It's about 21 amino acids. Grows in the highest altitude, 35,000 feet in Peru, in the Andes Mountains. It's known to reverse infertility there. It's a folktale. Helps strengthen your sexual organs, both on the male and female side, and it's an aphrodisiac. However, it doesn't taste that good. You know what? This is the things when you're putting in all the maca because you love it, and then someone else tastes it, and they're like, oh. It's probably the maca. Okay, so like 1 tablespoon is good, like to balance this whole thing out. I mean, if you're making it, if you like 3 tablespoons yourself, probably a newcomer is not.
Did you say whose product that was?
This is Sun Nutrition's as well, but maca's pretty easy to come by these days. Do we want to press this around? No one put these in their purse, okay? We won't have anything to make the smoothies at the bar. Ow! This is where you want to blend well, really well. There's a lot going on in here. This isn't even really like a liquid at this point. Can anyone see it? It's kind of like a thick, almost cake-like pudding concentrate.
Sludge.
Yeah, it's like a sludge, yeah.
What speeder do you use in your vitamix on?
I'm not even on high. I'm on high, my knob's turned all the way forward and I'm still on low. And the reason being is I feel like people sometimes like turn on the whole thing and blast it all up, and I think there is a method to kind of speeding it up and going through the variables and kind of taking it up and then taking it back down, and it's also better for your blender. Okay? Next thing, I'm gonna add in the last little trick here. This is Merlin's Magic. Has anyone ever heard of this? Merlin's Magic mixture. This is a 33 herbal concentrate complex of fun, different herbs out there. Marshmallow root, licorice, schizandra, what else we got in here? Saw palmetto, ginkgo, don quai, maca, marshmallow root, triphala, everything in here. So this is it has a really distinct taste, almost like kind of a peppery thing going on. We're only going to put a little dash in it, but these are fun bar tools. This is a great way to get your herbs, and you can just actually fold this into some juice. You can fold this into the Spring Dragon tea. Great elixir if you just want to incorporate this into kind of your lineup. I just brought some of this stuff to show you guys because it's always fun to see new stuff on the market. I'll pass this around. You guys can read about it. Very cool stuff.
And how much are you putting in?
Oh my God, it has such a potent smell that this is one of those fun party things too. This is when I first started, people were like, bring the Merlins, you know what I mean? Just a little sprinkle, so if everyone saw that. I mean, you can decide based on what you see, when you see what's in here, how much you think you need, and once you smell it, how much you want to kind of enhance the flavor of your cacao smoothie. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Go with your gut on that one. Okay, now we're going to start folding in the water. We've got a very thick concentrate. I think I'll pop it open. This is like a pudding. You could eat it just like this. I mean, this would be really fun, actually. This is basically what all those cacao bars and truffles and chocolate bars and all that stuff, this is like what people are doing. You just mold it and fold it in a shape that you want, and, you know, this is how they're doing it. So you can do this at home. So we're going to fold in. Did everyone see that? Or did I hold the smoothie down? Good enough? Okay. We're going to fold in about 40 ounces because we started with 10. This is where you want to start slow because you'll get like an explosion if you're not ready for it. Who uses a K-Tech? Total Blender K-Tech. Yeah, who uses the Vitamixer? Wow. Come check out the K-Tech. Not that I'm not for Vitamixer, but I think they both serve really distinct, interesting purposes. But they're doing K-Tech sampling next to me at the Happy Days lady place. What is her name? Kathy. Kathy Living? Kathy Silvers, yeah. She has her own blender, sponsored by K-Tech. They're doing samples. They have green smoothies there, so after you have enough cacao at my booth, you can go right there and get a little alkalinity going on. We're gonna go on high for a couple minutes. Who smelled that herbal magic yet? Merlin's. Isn't that pretty intense stuff? Okay. I'm like smelling it to make sure it smells okay. I'm like, what if this doesn't taste good? That's right. Those are all the demo cups we have. So I hope that there's enough. It's really gonna be like a shot, like a shooter. All right, the final moment that we've all been waiting for. In my experience, I would travel around with cases of coconuts, literally like on my back. So the day with Wolf Smoothie event that we did a year and a half ago, we got 30 cases of coconuts for the elixir party. And you know what? I didn't even realize they're kind of cumbersome.
Yeah.
30 cases, imagine that. I mean, I was like, what am I gonna do with all this? You know, it just was a mess. And then you have like the water and like the meat, and it's just, you're trying to get your meat out, and it's, who uses coconuts right now? Okay, they really, really make the smoothie taste amazing. And they're really great addition to add. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? The young Thai coconuts? Yes. I didn't even actually bring one because I assumed everyone knew, so I apologize if you don't. But anyway, so I got into this system. What we started to do is make coconut cream. Okay? I got like a production line, like assembly. This is the thing for ladies. You like make it a prerequisite for any man in your house or any man you're going to bring in your house to have to know how to open a coconut. Yeah. Literally, that's my person. Like, you can't be my boyfriend unless you can chop one of these suckers, and fast. Okay? So like, I have like all these men come over, and we've got cases of coconuts, and they're like chopping them. We literally did this for this event right here, chopping coconuts. Then we have scoopers scooping them out. Then we've got blenders blending them into a cream. It's like hysterical. It's like this whole production to actually get the consistency that we want for the smoothie. And so we can actually make the cream. So it's meat and water together. The equation is at home if you're doing it. Total Blender or K-Tech works the best when you're doing this. The Vitamixer, for some reason, doesn't give it the width that you want it to be. You can freeze it, or you can actually keep it in the refrigerator. We've got both at the bar, because sometimes it's frozen, but then it doesn't really stay frozen. You know what I mean? Or when you have 100 of these in the refrigerator, it's not like they actually all freeze in a perfect solid block. But anyway, it really helped emulsify the smoothie. It really helped beef it up. You have your coconut. You know, this is obviously a specialty item, but I'm sharing it with you because I think it's really an amazing thing to add. And actually, from all the classes I have people are like, I come over to their house and I'm like, I got my coconut cubes. You want to throw them in the smoothie? You know, I mean, they're like doing it at home. It's crazy. So it's actually, the ratio that I do is 3 cups of water, coconut water, and 2 cups of meat. So it creates about 5 cups of whatever actually is in there, whipped on high with the Total K-Tech. Whoever's got that, you're ahead of the game. You press the S button so it goes up to 10 for 50 seconds, and it whips it. It's this like fluffy, flurry, creamy, smooth consistency that's amazing. And then you can either put it in ice cube trays, or you can put it in these blocks, or you can just put it in a mason jar and put it in the refrigerator. And then, you know, you're golden. You got like smoothie for like the next couple days. So we're gonna put a whole block, maybe even more, depending on how much will fit. And you know what? Guess what? It's only 2 coconuts. Because one smoothie, or one Vitamixer pitcher, the 5 cups, or whatever the total blender, the 5 cups, the 3 cups of water, and the 2 cups of meat, when you blend that, these are about 2, if it's about 2.5 cups each. So it takes about a little about 2.5, depends on how much liquid is in your meat, is in your coconuts, but it takes about 2 of them. So you've got a whole thing. Has anyone done this at home before? I have some people like, oh, I've been doing that for a long time. I've actually had people come up to the bar to me here and be like, can you make something with a coconut base? As I have like 100 of these, like right now. They're like, we're looking for kind of like a coconut meat, coconut water thing. I'm like, oh, you've come to the right place. Now, if you're making less, is it hot? Oh, you can smell it? Wow. The aroma. This you don't want to blend on high because you want to keep it kind of, if you want to blend it on high so you can emulsify the coconut more, you're using it in a, just a refrigerated standpoint, like not frozen. You can whip it up really well and throw some cubes on it if you want it cold. If you are using it in the ice form like I just did, you don't really want to whip it because then you're just going to break down all the ice and not get the consistency you want. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I think it might be ready.
Yeah.
Who's ready? Who's ready for the cocoa extreme? I mean, this is XXX. Because there's like 10 other ingredients in here. Let's have our star assistants try it. This is what they get for being an assistant.
Okay, that's great.
Is it cold enough?
Very good. Yeah, it's cold.
Is it cold? I like cold. That was the biggest complaint when I first started doing these events. They're like, they're not sweet enough and they're not cold.
Very good.
And I was like, oh, I gotta fix that.
I want more.
How did you make it cold?
I put in the coconut cream.
No. Wow, that's good.
That's it, yeah. All right, any questions? Or should I pour these suckers up? Can we pour these? Can we pour this? All right, well, thank you very much. I'll answer some questions. Yeah, go ahead. What's my favorite fruit? I actually do 2 at the bar, but my favorite is called Tiki Time, and it's kind of like a pina colada. It's pineapple, and then we juiced, actually fresh juice, orange, lemon, lime, and it has the coconut cream in there, and it's totally blended, smooth, creamy style. Okay? Oh, superfoods? Maca. Yeah, cacao would be weird. All right, thank you very much, you guys. If anyone has any questions, you can ask me. See you at the bar.
Now we know where you're hiding.
Yeah, now you know where I'm hiding.
Hey, this is Zach Human, and you're watching Quest